Hi guys, how are you? Happy Father's Day to everybody. I just thought I'd catch up with all my people and just send out a short video. So this is my channel. I'm currently 4 months postpartum, almost 5 weeks, almost 5 months, and yeah, let's go. So I'm going to quickly talk about married life while having kids. Once you have kids, is your marriage over? This is a question that has come up so many times with so many people that I know. So I just want to give you my inputs on it. So, from the way I see it, I come from a Christian background. Marriage is a good thing. The Bible basically recommends marriage. God says, "Be fruitful and multiply." Basically, this is after He created Adam and Eve, and it was like go into the earth, be happy, be married, and multiply. So, marriage is definitely a good thing. What I've learned as a mother and a wife, marriage and having children is a self-sacrificing act. It's a selfless act, and just because you do that selfless act, it doesn't mean your life is over. I think, in fact, once you are married and you do have children, it's not always necessarily about you and your husband per se, but it's a case where you've brought another life, another bundle of joy into this earth. You've accomplished what the Bible has told you to do as a married couple. You've been fruitful. You are multiplying your number, and now you're in a position, just like the way we are to God as His children. You've got a young child or young life that you're responsible for 24 hours. You're responsible for them eating, for them sleeping, for them being safe, for them being warned. The same way God protects us morning, day and night, He's given us this opportunity as parents to look after a new life, a helpless being who without us can't do anything. And He's given us the opportunity to look after them morning, day and night. So it's definitely a self-sacrificing act, but also it's an act of love. It's an act of joy. It's caring as well. So going back to the question, once you have kids, is your marriage life over? No, definitely not over, but I'll say the concentration within your marriage changes. It's not necessarily about just you two as a couple, it's about you two and the third or the fourth child, or it's about you two plus your child, whether you have a single pregnancy, twins, or triplets. So the shift in your attention, the shift in your love is now spread out. That's because you've got a new addition to your family. It shouldn't take away the love you and your partner have for each other. It should just extend. It should be an extension of your love. So I think more or less it's the way you manage it. Obviously, in the first few months when you have a newborn, it's those constant feeds every 2 to 3 hours, depending on your child. It's those constant feeds throughout the day, morning, day, and night. A newborn baby, they don't know nighttime. They don't know daytime. All they do is eat, do a wee, do a poo, and sleep. And when they're hungry again, it continues 24 hours a day. So the first few months in any home for a newborn, it's hectic. Lean on family, lean on friends. It's definitely not a one-man job, definitely not a two-man job, but you need additional help. Most of the time in this world, you do find out people doing this by themselves. Either single mothers doing it by herself, or the partners, marriage couples doing it by themselves, and it can be very strenuous. In the first 0 to 6 months, it's like, will this ever end? Will we have peace? You're so exhausted. You're doing night feeds, you're tired, you're stressed, you're trying to cook, you're trying to clean your house, and you got this lovely bundle of joy that is waiting for your attention morning, day and night. So it seems hard. It seems like it's never ending stress. It seems like it's never going to change. But persevere, my people. You can do it. And this is where this selfless act comes in. You're doing all this work for your beautiful baby, and there's no guarantee how things will turn out. There's no guarantee when your child is 30, 35, 40, when they're working, when they've got their own family. There's no guarantee that they will take care of you. You hope, if you raise your children well and right, you hope by the time you're in your old age, the same way you looked after them, they'll look after you, but there's no guarantee. So it's definitely a self-sacrificing act, but done with love. So going back to the question for the first time, should your marriage be over when you have kids? Absolutely love. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Having a child is an extension of your love. It is an extension of the love for you and your partner. The love between you and your partner shouldn't diminish. If anything, it should just maximize, and it should be an extension to your children. If anything, it should be a whole family or a whole household full of love. But in most cases, that's not always the case. Like I said, there is a lot that goes on in the first 6 months. So it's hard. You're tired, you're stressed. 24 hours, you're looking after a newborn. You might have to work, your partner might have to work. There could be a lack of money and resources. So it makes it hard. It makes it hard to be that parent 24 hours a day, but still maintain your life. But you can do it. All I can say, persevere, work together as a team, arrange a plan between you and your partner. Maybe, okay, I'm going to do the day shifts, you do the night shifts. I'm going to do weekdays, you do the weekends. If you've got family and friends, lean on them. So going back to the question for the fourth or third time, basically, I think it's the way you manage it. Do you have additional help? Can you and your partner arrange a plan of how you're going to, alternate looking after the baby? Do you have a family member or friend who can come once a week to share the load? I think having these factors in your family, in your home, helps with the load. Not like children are a load, but it helps you to take off the early burden or maybe the early stress of looking after such a, lovely bundle of joy that is in that fresh and delicate stage and that just needs that ultimate attention. So basically, I think under the right environment, a marriage with kids is not over. Your life is not over. Your marriage is not over. You're now at a point where you have to work as a team. Most people, when they get into marriage, they do this because they love each other. They found companionship, they have a love of each other, they're compatible, they get along. But marriage is about building, it's about teamwork, and it's not a one-man job. One person cannot hold a team. You need two of you, or how many people are in this relationship or union. And when you have a child, it kind of forces you to work as a team, because like I said, you've got a newborn that needs you morning, day and night. One person can't do it alone, even though unfortunately in this day and age they are, but they generally cannot do it alone. They're going to be burnt out, they're going to have fatigue, they're going to be frustrated, they're going to be so angry. So ideally in a marriage, which is between a husband and wife, and I know there's other types of marriages nowadays, ideally it's teamwork. You have to work as a team. How good are you and your partner working as a team? Is your partner selfish? Do they feel they want to leave all of the work onto you because you're the woman, you're the man? Do they feel, oh, I earn all the money, so because I earn all the money, you deal with the child morning, day and night? These are questions that need to be answered, and these are questions or situations that arise that can maybe take out the love and joy in the marriage and turn things into work when you have a child. Work together as a team. Negotiate as a team. Maybe before, if you're in the courting stage with your partner, these are the questions that you have to ask. Obviously no one can know what's going to happen in the future, but these are some of the questions that you have to ask. What is your attitude, or what is your idea of a marriage with a child? Are you going to help me change the pampers? Are you willing to do midnight feeds? Are you going to take care of me while I'm nursing my child? Can you handle the home and the money while I'm with the baby? These are some of these questions that you definitely have to have a conversation about before you have children, or ideally before you get married. But equally, you most probably don't know how you will act, either the man or the woman, until you get into that situation. So going back to the question and going back to a few points, marriage is a selfless act. Having children is a selfless act. Having children in a marriage, if you are blessed that way, you are fulfilling destiny or fulfilling promise by God. God says, be fruitful and multiply. Having children, back in my culture, is seen as having the fruit of the womb. So you are fulfilling that you are being blessed with the opportunity to bring forth life and to have fruits in your marriage. So that can only be a good thing. Then when you are in your marriage, you need to continue with love and with teamwork. The Bible says that love is kind, love is patient. So you have to now be kind and patient with each other. You have to work as a team, being kind and patient and thinking of other people's feelings. And when you do that and you do build more of a teamwork with each other, things can go well. So the main thing, or to answer this question with a conclusion, having children should not be the end of a marriage. It definitely should not. If anything, it should have more fruit, more flavor, more sweetness to your marriage. But before that can happen, you have to work. God has blessed you with this beautiful baby, a beautiful helpless baby that is put you in charge to take care of and to look after and to raise in a beautiful way, ideally to start praising God. But the child is helpless. The child relies on you. And I think God expects you through the love you have for each other, to extend that love to your child. But then by doing that, you have to show love to each other by being fair, by being patient, by working as a team, by working together to the best of your ability, depending on how your situation is. So basically, if the husband and the wife love each other, if you are thinking of each other's feelings and working as a team together, looking after the additional child, one, two, or three, or more, if you're that blessed, shouldn't be a problem. So if your marriage is operating with love, if your marriage is operating well, if there is a strong foundation or a strong unity between husband and wife, having children should always be a blessing. Having children should always be joy. Having children should only bring sweetness into your marriage. If there is a disconnection between a husband and a wife, or you working as a team is not functioning efficiently, trust me, bringing a child into that solution, it will show up. Sometimes it might even be a situation you may not know how dysfunctional you are as a team until the child comes up. And you know what? I think in many cases that's the situation. People don't know how they will act. People don't know how loving they are or how selfish they are until they have a child, and then they are with this newborn child that is relying on them in the morning, day and night, and they can't cope. Or people just realize not even that they're selfish, not even that they're trying to be mean, they generally cannot cope and have a breakdown. That's why so many women have postpartum. So there's so many things to think about. I think when most people, get married, they have marriage counselling. Before you get married or before you embark on having children, you need to have children's counselling. You need to kind of ask these questions. Can I do this? Am I prepared for this? Am I prepared to do the work on what it takes? But ultimately, if you have love for each other, if there's genuine love, respect, mutual respect for each other in your marriage, if you are a strong unit, it can work. If you generally love each other, both husband and wife, you generally consider your wife, you generally consider your husband's feeling, you generally want to make each other's happy, no matter how things come forth with your children, you'll come together and make this work. So thank you today. Thank you for listening to me for a bit. Happy Father's Day to everybody in the UK. Enjoy your day. Love your wife, love your partner, and be fruitful and multiply, like it was put in the good book, what the Lord commanded us to do. Don't be afraid of having children in your marriage. It can only bring forth joy. But equally, it's a conversation you need to have between the two of you, and you need to work out how you can work together to best do right by your newborn. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed my mini series. If you've got any questions or anything you want to ask, put it in the comment. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed, and ask me any questions. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'd love to answer your questions. And equally, have a great day, and thank you for tuning in for Lola's Superstar World. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.